Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After being separated from their ex-husband, Kody Brown, the Sister Wives OG3, Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown, lead quite different lives and are all going through difficult times. Kody's polygamous lifestyle with his first 3 wives was highlighted in the 2010 TLC debut of Sister Wives, which also highlighted the family's impending addition of a 4th wife, Robyn Brown. In the early 1990s, Kody wed his first spouse, and the couple had 13 kids together. Robyn had 3 children from her previous marriage when she was added, and she later had 2 children with Kody. Over the years, it became evident that Kody preferred Robyn, and Meri even persuaded him to get a formal divorce so that Robyn could marry him. Each of Kody's first wives left him because of his favoritism, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2021, Christine was the first, followed by Janelle in 2022 and Meri in January 2023. Kody and Robyn are currently monogamous, and he has no intention of taking on another wife. Following the recent sale of the Coyote Pass property and the distribution of the proceeds, the OG3 has started new chapters, albeit with risks. Meri's breakup with Kody was arguably the most painful. Over time, it became clear that Kody and Meri had chemistry, but when Kody's desire to keep his wives' interests balanced waned, so did their connection. Despite receiving the most criticism, Meri persevered the longest. As their relationship came to an end, Kody appeared determined to tell Meri that he had never loved her, which was incredibly devastating to Meri. Meri, however, made the moral decision to end the marriage on her own terms by getting a spiritual divorce. They were cordial throughout the process, and Kody did assist Meri in leaving her home. However, the action did represent their formal separation, and Kody's emotional response to the circumstance was triggered. Meri claimed that managing the Airbnb was never her desire, although she did move into Lizzie's Heritage Inn, an Airbnb property she purchased to maintain in her mother's family. Meri closed the business to undertake the necessary improvements to the 154-year-old house. She obtained a $1.1 million loan on the house, which included a $485,000 loan. Meri is obviously in love with Lizzie's Heritage Inn, even though reservations are supposedly once again available. Meri gained $375,000 in the divorce of the Coyote Pass property with Kody, which is beneficial to her both emotionally and financially. Meri is in a relationship, but she hasn't found a long-term partner. In 2024, she spent 4 months dating a man named Amos Andrews, but they broke up because of their divergent communication preferences, ideals, and goals. Throughout their marriage, Janelle valued not having a full-time husband, while Kody always admired her business-mindedness. However, because she was a working woman, Janelle, like the other original spouses, had had enough of Kody's partiality, lack of responsibility, and the way the family's funds were handled. All that Janelle sought when she left Kody was the money she was due on the Coyote Pass property, and she has since received her $375,000 settlement. Janelle made the decision to leave Kody and go to North Carolina with her daughter, Maddie Brush, as well as Maddie's spouse and children. Despite several obstacles, they are establishing a farm there called Tata Farms on a sizable, undeveloped plot of land. The property's plans have been put on hold because of zoning, permit, and surveying issues. Although Janelle stated in April 2024 that she was moving forward with building her home, a recent return trip to Flagstaff, Arizona, highlighted her sentimentality and contemporary outlook. In March 2024, Janelle also lost her and Kody's kid, Garrison Brown, and she and the rest of the family are still in mourning. Janelle may be in over her head, even though she has a lot of goals for the farm in North Carolina. Her investment in Coyote Pass was fully recovered, but Tata Farms appears to be more hassle than it's worth. Even though Janelle hasn't begun dating, it's clear that she longs for her former companions and familiar settings. Despite her reputation as a strong woman, she will be put to the test in the years that follow her breakup with Kody. Christine is Kody's most distant ex-wife, yet she and Janelle remain close. Although Christine receives criticism online for showing off her relationship, her issues and possibilities for the future appear to be insignificant in comparison to Meri and Janelle's. It's clear that Kody, the patriarch of sister wives, has been upset over his ex-wives leaving him. Kody has verbally attacked his ex-wives in a fit of rage, primarily accusing them of treating him badly and, in his opinion, abandoning him. With the exception of talking about their kids, Meri, Janelle, and Christine are all well on their way to achieving their aim of not having any sort of interaction with Kody. But the OG3 and Kody's relationship will be discussed as long as Sister Wives airs. Since Sister Wives Season 19 premiered in September 2024, the Brown family's Coyote Pass property has been a contentious issue. When Kody Brown made the impulsive decision to relocate his family from Las Vegas to Flagstaff in 2018, he initially paid $820,000 for the land. The 14-acre property was intended to be a compound with individual residences for Robyn, Christine, Janelle, and Meri, as well as their kids. However, that ideal was never realized because Kody's relationship with his first 3 wives began to change as the Coyote Pass property was being built, and they all eventually left him one after the other. The problem was that, despite their financial contributions to the acquisition, his ex-partners had no legal title to the property because their unions with Kody were not recognized by the law. Unsurprisingly, Kody did everything he could to make this disagreement into a protracted conflict in which Meri and Janelle ultimately suffered the consequences rather than maintaining fairness. It's possible that Christine was the only one who managed to escape this predicament without experiencing the same inner struggle as Meri and Janelle. Christine sold her portion of the property back to Kody for $10 when she made the decision to leave him in 2021, and that was the end of it. This was because Christine felt that giving up her fair part of the property was a deal she was willing to make in order to move on from her past and start a new life. Naturally, though, Janelle and Meri had no desire to do that, particularly since Kody had mistreated them during their marriages. The Coyote Pass property was a substantial financial asset to both Janelle and Meri, and selling their shares would mean giving up any potential future worth. But in order to keep control over his ex-wives, Kody purposefully halted the sale process in spite of their requests. He seemed to be ensuring that Janelle and Meri could never truly cut him off and move on by retaining the property. Given Kody's history of emotionally controlling his ex-wives and guilt-tripping them into complying with his wishes, the relocation to Flagstaff being the most notable example, this is not shocking. At first, Janelle and Meri argued that each of them owned a quarter of the land, but Kody claimed to possess the bulk. The 2 larger plots are now jointly owned by all 4 owners after Kody redivided the property in March 2025, according to Starcasm. However, Janelle and Meri were still ultimately reliant on Kody and Robyn's judgment regarding the final sale, despite the land being divided more fairly. Although they owned a greater portion of the land, Kody's ex-wives had little authority over them. According to the U.S. Sun, the former multiple family eventually sold their contested land for $1,500,000 in April 2025, making a $680,000 profit. The 4 owners split the proceeds after the sale, although the distribution wasn't exactly equal. After dividing their $750,000 share, Meri and Janelle received about $325,000 apiece. However, Kody and Robyn fared much better and were awarded their $750,000 in total. 4 pieces of the land were sold: a 4.48-acre plot sold for $400,000, a 5.16-acre plot sold for $490,000, and 2 2.42-acre plots sold for $305,000 each. Even more annoying is the fact that Robyn and Kody took the land's down payment and equity with them. Robyn has always made a smaller financial contribution than the others, which makes this discrepancy all the more annoying. Janelle ended up receiving a smaller portion than Robyn, even though she used her 401k to assist Kody in purchasing the house. In a similar vein, Meri made a significant financial contribution to the Brown family, but it is obvious that this didn't benefit her either. There are 2 options. Meri and Janelle have 2 options. They can pursue legal action to fight for their just part of the land's profit, or they can choose to cut their losses and go on with their lives. Given that the sister-wife interaction has ended, if they go this way, it might provide a cause for sister wives to continue showing. His ex-wives banding together to finally confront Robyn and Kody for the financial and emotional deception they have subjected them to may, in a sense, be the ideal course for the show. Meri Brown, star of Sister Wives, has endured a lot in her personal life over the last 30 years. She was always at odds with her former husband, Kody, and Robyn, his fourth wife. Even though she had a difficult time with the other sister wives, the diva is now progressively getting better and living a better life. One of the people Meri has found to be supportive is her best friend, Jen Sullivan. She just posted a picture on her Instagram account, and it was obvious that she was shining. Meri did not experiment much with her appearance, as any fan of the original Sister Wives would know. In addition, she has never truly worn feminine clothing and has consistently stayed with a neutral color scheme. But now things are beginning to shift. At last, Meri is taking risks and venturing beyond her comfort zone. She is glowing and looks stunning in her pink outfit, as shown in the most recent Instagram image. Sister Wives. Meri's amazing metamorphosis startles fans. After Meri received a haircut a while ago, Sister Wives fans began to notice that the celebrity was getting a makeover. She is expanding her wardrobe and dropping weight. She also launched Worthy Up, a new company. Meri attracted everyone's attention with her black dress at a recent function. She showed off her trim figure and looked stunning. She used makeup to highlight her appearance and little jewelry as accessories. Fans were in awe at Meri's stunning appearance and couldn't believe what they were seeing. Sister Wives. Meri's bright pink look is impressing fans. Meri Brown, star of Sister Wives, posted a picture on her Instagram account recently. The celebrity is obviously happy and comfortable with her life, and she looks like a vision in pink. Meri posted a close-up of herself in a shirt with a pink leopard design. "In rare form, here's me in pink," she said as the caption for the photo. "That's all. You are very welcome." Meri hasn't looked so content in a picture in a long time. She also worked out religiously and shed a lot of weight. Her remarkable metamorphosis amazed many, and her comment area was overflowing with compliments. In Meri's life, everything is going well. First of all, she has at last located her friends and family who will support her no matter how bad things become. In addition, she made $375,000 from the sale of the Coyote Pass property. After a difficult childhood with Kody, she is now receiving the recognition she deserves. In the photo, Meri wore her hair open and blow-dried, and she accessorized with a layered gold necklace. She grinned broadly and purchased new red eyeglasses. One fan responded, "Freedom looks good on you, Meri," in praise of her appearance. Another person added, "You look so stunning. One of the best choices you've ever made was to leave Kody." She was also praised by many for her affinity for pink. Seeing Meri content and radiant is a welcome change. In addition to her, the other sister wives are living fantastic lives. Christine is growing her business empire while maintaining a happy personal life. However, Janelle continues to work on her farm business. Sister wives Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown's lives compared since splitting with Kody. Each are encountering struggles. What happens when three of the strongest women in the polygamist world, Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown, all walk away from Kody Brown and his troubled family life? While fans have watched as the Sister Wives universe has dramatically shifted, there's no denying that each of these women has had their own struggles, some seen on camera, others hidden behind the scenes. In this in-depth, no-holds-barred exposé, we compare how Meri, Janelle, and Christine have faced life after Kody. Their journeys, while marked with their own trials and triumphs, highlight just how each woman has encountered personal struggles in the aftermath of their split from Kody Brown. From heartbreak to rebirth, this is an emotional roller coaster you won't want to miss. 1. The big decision. Meri Brown's struggle to let go of Kody. Meri Brown's decision to walk away from Kody was not taken lightly. For years, she tried to make the relationship work, despite her own personal heartbreak. But after numerous betrayals, including Kody's lack of affection and commitment, Mary realized that it was time for a change. But what has her life looked like since that pivotal moment? The struggle, emotional isolation, and loneliness. Mary's emotional journey has been a rough one since splitting with Kody. She's been open about feeling isolated and even questioned whether she could ever trust or love again. After all, her life had been so intertwined with Kody and the family that losing that connection left a void. Yet, in the face of all these emotions, Mary has chosen to take the high road. She's ventured into new business ventures and tried her hand at different aspects of her life, such as her LuLaRoe business, and her fans have been supportive of her newfound independence. Still, despite her visible progress, Mary has faced moments of deep loneliness. With her deep-rooted connection to the family and years of emotional investment, moving forward hasn't been easy. Even as she's enjoyed some personal growth, the emotional toll of her split remains present. 2. Janelle Brown's life after Kody, an emotional roller coaster of self-discovery. Janelle Brown has long been one of the most beloved and independent wives in Kody's polygamist world. Known for her down-to-earth nature and strength, Janelle's split with Kody wasn't sudden. However, as time has passed, the struggles she's faced have been far more complex than anyone could have predicted. The struggle, building a new identity. Janelle's journey after the split from Kody has been filled with major milestones, some joyous, others deeply painful. As a mother of 6, Janelle had always placed family first, and her identity had been heavily tied to her role as a wife and mother. With Kody's rejection of her and the other wives, Janelle was faced with the daunting task of finding herself again. Moving to North Carolina was a huge step, but it hasn't been without its own set of challenges. Janelle had to navigate the harsh realities of starting over in a new place, building a new business, and reconnecting with her personal dreams and goals. While her wellness business has been a big success, she's still figuring out how to maintain her family's ties while forging ahead on her own. The added pressure of dealing with the ongoing Coyote Pass drama has only intensified her struggle. While she wanted a fresh start away from Kody's dramatic decisions, Janelle's deep ties to her children and her history have made it hard to fully detach. Her emotional and mental struggles have been tough to overcome, but Janelle's resilience keeps her moving forward. 3. Christine Brown's journey to freedom, from heartbreak to empowerment. Christine Brown's journey after her split from Kody has arguably been the most public and, dare we say, the most inspiring. Fans watched as Christine made the difficult decision to leave Kody after years of emotional neglect.
But how has she fared since then?
The struggle, rebuilding life, raising children, and navigating the public eye. After announcing her split from Kody, Christine wasted no time taking control of her future. Her social media presence exploded, and she quickly became a beacon of empowerment for fans, especially women who have been in similar relationships. But while Christine's public persona may appear to be filled with positivity and empowerment, the reality behind the scenes hasn't been as smooth. Christine's struggles have revolved primarily around co-parenting with Kody, raising her children on her own, and navigating life in the spotlight. Despite her outward confidence, there have been moments of doubt and concern for Christine, especially regarding the future of her relationship with her children and her emotional well-being. In addition to raising her children, Christine has been pursuing a new business venture in the wellness and lifestyle industry. However, as successful as her business may be, she still had to confront the emotional challenges of losing the man she thought she'd be with forever. While she's certainly thriving in many areas, Christine's struggles with her past relationship and the impact it has on her children have been something she continues to work through. 4. The Coyote Pass drama, how it's affected all 3 women. One of the most significant sources of tension for all 3 women since splitting from Kody has been the ongoing drama surrounding Coyote Pass. Kody's decision to divide up the land in a way that seemed unfair to some of the wives has left emotional scars that have only deepened over time. The struggle, unequal land division, and family disintegration. Janelle, who had dreams of building a life on Coyote Pass, was deeply affected by Kody's decisions regarding the land. For Janelle, the land was more than just a piece of property. It represented the life she had envisioned with her family. Yet, as Kody made decisions without her input, Janelle felt betrayed, and this emotional wound has yet to heal fully. Christine, too, felt the sting of Kody's decisions regarding Coyote Pass. Having once envisioned a shared life with Kody on the land, her emotional investment has left her struggling to find closure and peace. As she navigates her new independent life, the lingering pain of Coyote Pass remains, casting a shadow over her new beginnings. Mary, meanwhile, faced her own battles with the Coyote Pass drama. Although she had long since withdrawn emotionally from the family dynamic, the land and its division still served as a painful reminder of everything that had gone wrong in her relationships. While each woman has their own approach to dealing with the Coyote Pass drama, the land and its symbolism remain a point of contention and struggle. 5. Financial struggles. How money has played a role in their journeys. One of the less talked about struggles of these three women is the financial aspect of their lives post-split from Kody. As they each find their footing in the world, financial security has become a critical issue.